Ladies and gentlemen, dorks and all you sick, twisted mother flowers out there. Happy Friday to you all. It is Friday, March 19th, 2021. For whatever reason, I almost said May 19th. I do not know why, but I almost did. This is another installment of Around the Point, live here on youtube.com/Heel Steven here on the YouTube channel. I want to thank all of you for tuning in. I hope all of you are having a wonderful Friday. I hope all of you are having a wonderful week. I hope all of you are looking forward to the weekend, what have you, whatever it is that you're doing. It looks like things are opening up here again, here over in the States. It looks like we're seeing finally the light at the end of the tunnel, so it seems only one can hope, only one can pray, only one can, do so much, if you will. Hope everyone does their part, wear your mask, wash your hands, what have you. It is what it is. But it looks like we are finally seeing that light at the end of the tunnel. It's crazy because WrestleMania tickets went on sale today. Finally, it went on sale. Holy shit. Who the fuck would have ever thought those words would come out of someone's mouth? Yeah, WWE are selling tickets for WrestleMania. When was the last time I think anyone even heard those words mentioning with WWE? It's been the whole fucking year. It's been a whole fucking year. If you fucking will. If you can see me right now, here I am. It is me. It is Steve. Hi, everyone. How are you all doing today? Yeah, and I am not alone here. I'm here joined by two awesome good brothers here. I'm first joined by my good brother all the way in beautiful Sacramento, California. The one, the only. He's my John Draper. The one, the only cousin Dave Sack. You can check him on Twitter at DaveSack5. Dave Sack5. Dave, how are you, brother? How you been?
I'm doing all right. It's Friday. I'm feeling pretty good, and I ended my Thursday amazing, and now I get on Twitter, and a smile is just on my face. I just gotta say, on behalf of all men everywhere in the wrestling community right now, Tye Valkyrie, we love you.
I'm sure we all do, brother. I'm sure we all do love Tye Valkyrie. I'm sure we all do. And we're also joined here all the way across the pond, all the way over in Nottingham, England. One of the OGs here. We're going back to the T-Mail podcast days. We're going back in early 2013, if you will. How long has this fucking been? He's still around. With an unboxing, I still hope, after all these fucking years. You can check him out over at Podbean with the Wrestling Fan Reaction podcast. You can check that out always over at podbean.com. The one, the only Gavin Fletcher, but you all may also know him as Gavinots. What's up, Gavin?
How's it going, Stephen? Good to be back after so long, blowing the dust off the old cobwebs with our friendship.
Indeed, brother. Hope everything is well with you across the pond. And I just mentioned earlier, a couple minutes ago, how here in America, it seems like we're finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel almost with this COVID thing. I'm only hoping that it's the same thing over there in the UK. Hopefully you are safe and all that fun stuff, man.
Yeah, we're still on lockdown since before Christmas. I need a hairdresser's or a barber's, whatever you want to class it in the States, but
oh man,
that's what I mean. It's like nothing to do. I only leave the house once a month. I'm sticking to the restrictions and everything, but things are gradually opening. But it's like they're starting off with the schools this past 2 weeks, I think, and then gradually it's the shops, and then I can hopefully at some point get a date, go back to work in the bar industry.
Yeah, man. It's funny, speaking of bar industry and all stuff, I was watching a lot of Bar Rescue over here on Paramount, and I love that show. That fucking show. John Taffer is fucking hilarious, dude. Get your ass up, lift that shit up, you lazy ass.
That reminds me, my friends told me that Guy Fieri, is that his last name?
Guy Fieri, yeah.
The spiky hair. Yeah, Guy Fieri. So he has, I don't know if you've ever heard the term, a ghost restaurant. where it's like he has a restaurant and his type of food is being cooked out of already established restaurants. So like you can order from them, but it's like the restaurant isn't really there. You know what I'm saying?
I have no idea, dude. That's kind of weird to me, but
it's kind of weird. Yeah.
There's a big pay-per-view coming up this weekend, the final stop before WrestleMania, and arguably, obviously, what am I talking about here? The final pay-per-view on the WWE network, WWE FastLane.
I'm pulling up the card.
WWE is going on the FastLane, people, on the fucking FastLane. Holy shit, man!
What the hell? As of right now, there's only 5 matches.
Well, again, bro, I mean, here's the thing about it. This is just my honest belief, okay? This is my honest belief, okay? I want to honestly believe that it's just one of those things right now, okay? Where, hey, listen, we're trying to test out Peacock, okay? How things flow. So what we're going to do is put this on Peacock right now. 5 matches, something quick, and that's it. But at the same time, you get to watch on the network. But this is just the guinea pig on how things will operate on Peacock, basically.
Yeah.
If you will. That's just the vibe that I get from it. If you get what I'm saying.
Okay.
But there's that, man. There is fucking that. So, I'm going to ask you guys this question. Are you guys excited for WWE FastLane coming up this Sunday?
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
I'm not gonna see it live. I already made plans to go out that night, so I won't see it until I come back. So I'll be watching a replay.
Yeah, I'm watching it live. For those of you that are wondering, no, we are not doing a giveaway this time. I'm not. I think the next giveaway that I'm doing is for WrestleMania. That's the next giveaway that I'm doing.
Why don't you do a super giveaway where you include the predictions of both TakeOver and Mania?
Nah, bro. Because it's too much shit I gotta fucking do. It's one or the other, bro. It's either WrestleMania or TakeOver. You guys make your picks. You know what I mean? Just know if it's WrestleMania, it's a bigger prize. Just keep that in mind, okay? If we're doing WrestleMania, it's a bigger fucking prize. So, with that being said, get all that shit out of the way. There's a lot to get into this week. Let me lower this music, okay? Let me get this music out of here, too, okay? There's a lot to get into this week. We got predictions. Yes, I will be talking about AEW, the big women's match that happened at St. Patrick's Day Slam. I think that's what they call the Dynamite episode. NXT is shaping up to be something. Andrade looks like he doesn't give a fuck anymore. And so much other stuff, okay? So let's get into the prediction. Let's get into our FastLane predictions.
I got the card right here on my phone.
So what we're going to do is simple, okay? What we're going to do here is simple, okay? We're going to talk about predictions here, but also in between talk about what's happened in the week leading up. Now, granted, listen, I understand right now here in the States, it's over here where I'm at, it's about to be 4 p.m. SmackDown's in like 4 hours from now. I got shit to do tonight. So there's a possibility that they might add a match or two to the card. Who knows? Again, it just might happen. Yeah. So let's get into this, Dave. You're gonna tell me the match, and I'll give my thoughts real quick, and then you guys will chime in too.
According to Wikipedia's lineup, we're starting with the Women's Tag Team Championship. They're still filling WrestleMania 23. Because from what I heard, NXT pulled the same crap. So we have, I'll tell you in a minute. NXT, we have the tag champs of Nia Jackson, Shayna Baszler with Reginald versus the SmackDown Women's Champ Sasha Banks and the Royal Rumble winner Bianca Belair, who will be challenging Sasha at WrestleMania, possibly.
See, I don't like when they do that. I don't like. And granted, they've done it before. This is, again, another repeat of WrestleMania 23 when Cena and Michaels. I didn't like it then. I didn't like it now.
One of the two just, like, even if they win the belts, one of the two just eventually turns on the other, and that's how they lose the belts.
Exactly. And again,
it happened to Cena twice.
And again, I want to ask this question to everyone, too. that are listening, whether it's the playback, whether it's the live feed, even you guys too. You know, a couple of weeks ago, there was talks that, this match needs to main event night 1 of WrestleMania. Now, I'm going to ask you guys this question now, both of you, right? Dave and Gavin. It's been a few weeks now, right? Since it was announced that Sasha and Bianca are going to WrestleMania. Do you now feel this should now be the main event of night 1? Gavin, let's start with you.
No. Simple. No, because it's just that living proof that it doesn't technically need to happen. It's like, why? You're making these so many pay-per-views that you lose track on. Imagine if the network weren't around and everyone was paying for it still. It's just insane, and this one I don't feel like should happen at all. But if you're gonna make that leeway, put this on like a Raw or a SmackDown to build that storyline to it, more than obviously just throw it on a pay-per-view.
No, I was referring to Sasha and Bianca main eventing WrestleMania night.
Oh, sorry,
one of the two nights.
Sorry,
one of the 2 nights.
Yes, that's what I was referring to. Because again, I don't know if you heard Gavin across the pond, but when the match was announced between Sasha and Bianca, this needs to main event night 1 of WrestleMania. History in the making. Now, what's been going on, right? The lead up to FastLane and all that stuff. Do you feel that this match, Sasha and Bianca, needs to main event night 1 like all these dorks have been saying on the internet?
No, I would say mid-card if best, to be honest.
Okay. What about you, Dave Sack? Same question.
Okay, I've heard some really messed up things saying that if you don't agree that it's that it should main event night 1 because like Bianca won the Rumble or whatever, you're sexist. Basically it's a trap question to pull out where some triggered people are like, well, if they don't main event, then you're a sexist person.
You basically tell me. You mean to tell me the male feminists in the wrestling community basically they get all triggered offended?
Yep. Yeah, they got triggered. And listen, I get it. There are over the past 5 years, the WWE has played this super equality card of giving women every match stipulation that the men have. They've had elimination chambers, Royal Rumbles, Money in the Bank, tag team titles, now NXT tag team titles that shouldn't even exist because it shits on the concept of the original tag team titles. I wouldn't be surprised if next is Queen of the Ring, main eventing Raw, main eventing SmackDown, steel cages, Hell in a Cell. They've done everything. So it's like I would understand why they would do it, but for me personally, I'm like, you have 2 main championships that are the headlines of Raw and SmackDown. I'm not saying a woman can't be as popular. Look at Becky Lynch. But it's just like Becky Lynch had over a year long to build her character. Like it took forever for people to be like, yo, this is what we wanted. This is what we're getting. Like, we're pushing her to the moon. The people did that, not just the company. So it's like,
go on.
No. Oh, so overall, my answer is no, because it should only main event if it has the right booking. Any match, not just men or women. It's like, even if it's not a championship match, like, for example, Rock and Cena, that happened as the main event, no title on the line the first time, but it was because of the booking. That's how I felt. The storytelling that leads up to it.
Yeah. So, with that being said, listen, I've enjoyed Reginald. I know a lot of people out there are going to say, oh, fuck Reginald, he's a waste, this and that.
I love Reginald.
I've enjoyed the character of Reginald for what it's worth. I do believe, though, that on the pay-per-view, there's going to be some type of swerve. There's going to be some type of fuckery. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but now it looks like Reginald is under the protection of Nia Jax and
she loves him.
She loves her short men. She loves her little men, if you will. That's fine. That's fine if she does. I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
I just had a quick question.
I'm pretty sure when he has his arms around her, he's got the whole world in his hands, if you will.
Oh, God.
Quick question. Which pair do you like better? Nia and Reginald or Nia and Enzo?
Let's see here. Well, let me ask you this question. If I'm Nia's father, what am I accepting?
No, I'm just saying, like,
If
when
I'm not
they
his
had him
father.
on TV, when they had him on TV before all the accusations and shit, you know, what pair did you like?
But here's the thing: we don't know how far it was gonna go with Enzo, and then the whole thing happened.
Yeah, well, she was gonna ref a match for a cruiserweight championship match for him.
I mean, she brought him a fucking chicken noodle soup without the soda on the side. But to get back into this match, okay?
Yeah.
I don't want to go off topic here. Again, I got shit to do in a little bit, so I'm gonna get this done by 5:00 if we can.
Sure. Yeah.
So, as far as this match goes, if I can just pick I do see some fuckery happening here. This whole time, Carmella is still with Reginald. I see.
Oh, she fired him though.
She fired him, but it's a whole like swerve to get people like exactly. So this is gonna cost Bianca and Sasha again. They should not go into WrestleMania as the women's tag team champions. They should not. I'm sorry. No, I don't want to see that. I'm not a fan of it. That. I'm not a fan of when Cena and Michaels did it. Nor would I've been a fan. It had Karrion Kross and Balor when as NXT Tag Team Champions going on the TakeOver. No. So
right.
That being said, I see here beyond. I see. Oh my God, Nia and Shayna retain the tag titles here. Gabby, what about you?
What was that? Sorry.
What are your predictions for the match, brother?
They're gonna retain. Simple, just pure and simple. The reason why I feel like they're gonna retain. Because it, like you've said as well, it's like WrestleMania 23 all over again. And I'm like, why do this? But the problem is, with like I've noticed with like Bianca Belair, yeah, she's like #1 contender. Let's see how she can actually last within the next 5 years. You know, that's the problem. You need that stability. And the way they're doing this sort of match building up to this, I just think it's just a pointless throwaway match. And that's just me being honest.
Facts. Big facts. All right, Dave. All right.
Okay, so if I'm betting, I'm saying Nia and Shayna retain, but that only happens if there's a turn. That means either Sasha or Bianca starts showing more signs of a heel. But if there's no heel turn amongst those two, they're winning the belts because they want to pull this. That's why, like, Shawn and Cena, like, had the belts in the first place. It was just like, we don't want to turn either of them in this match.
Fair
and
enough.
So, like, that's just some logic behind it. But I'm betting on a retain as well. Next up, I have here. Oh, and by the way, this tonight on SmackDown, Nia has a championship match against Sasha for the belt.
Oh boy, and also Bianca lost to fucking Tamina Snuka. Like, come on, bro.
Wow.
Oh, come on, dog. Like,
okay. So I don't know why it's listed as the second match. It does but I kind of understand why. Okay, so we have Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman versus Daniel Bryan. However,
no. Listen. That's gonna be. We're gonna refer to that to last. Okay, that's.
Okay. I'm just going off.
How dare you, Dave? How dare you show disrespect to my tribal, your tribal, Gavin's tribal chief, the great Roman Reigns?
Well, there's a reason for that.
No. I don't want to hear it. Listen, man. Listen, man. Hey, listen, man. Male Becky and skirt wearing freak is not closing the show. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you. I hate to break it.
Listen, my tribal chief is an MLW. Okay, Jacob Fatu all day.
That's Roman's little cousin. That's Tribal Junior. He's the heir apparent, if you will. He can be the heir apparent. Okay, but the point of the
okay, then we'll go to this match. Intercontinental
show
Championship.
Some respect.
Intercontinental Championship. Big E versus Ipalo.
No. You mean Big E versus King Akeem Jafar, the young king of Zamunda.
Zamunda Apollo crew.
Yeah. Listen. Let's be honest here. Listen. I know a lot of people are not big on the whole Nigerian gimmick that Apollos do. I love it. Listen. Let's be honest here. This is the biggest. This is the most he'll do. This is as good as it's gonna get for him right now. I hate to be the one to say it, right? And yes, you can make what a coincidence, right? He got this African gimmick now, just as Coming to America 2 came out on Amazon Prime.
Prime Video. I didn't realize that.
I hope y'all realize that too. Like, what a coincidence! Yeah. Like, yeah, Coming to America just came out on Prime Video, and yet here he is now with this African gimmick. All he needs now are the fucking the people that the rose petal droppers and shit. He needs the royal bather, the royal groomer, and he be set, bro. Give him a fucking lion.
That happens at Mania. I want to see that happening at Mania.
I want to see him with a lion. Give him a fucking lion. You remember Coming to America 1?
No. Scott Steiner came out with the tiger one, so it's possible.
No, but remember Coming to America though? Coming to America when Prince Akeem's father showed up with a fucking lion to New York and shit on him. That's what I want to see at WrestleMania for Apollo. That being said, I've enjoyed the gimmick. I've enjoyed what they've been doing with them. I know for a lot of people, again, it's very offensive. How dare you do that shit? Yeah. It would have been more offensive had it been in February. Let's be honest here. Mm-hmm. Had it been in February, it would have been more offensive. I get that.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
That being said, listen, this is as good as it's going to get for Apollo. Let's be honest here. At the end of the fucking day. I'd rather see this and happy Apollo. Hey, happy to be here type of dude. That being said, Apollo already has has multiple losses to Biggie. Multiple losses. I want to feel like, in this match, it should be a fun match. Don't get me wrong. The matches they've had in the past have been pretty good for television. Mm-hmm. That being said, I think Apollo's going to win here with some trickery or something. Maybe with his spear. I don't fucking know.
No. Because he actually has a spear.
Yeah. And then at WrestleMania, they do the rematch at WrestleMania. This is a Mania program, okay? It sucks that Nakamura isn't added to this shit, because you would think, okay, they would add Nakamura.
For it. Yeah.
You would think so, but no. So, that being said, I'm going to go with Apollo and new Intercontinental Champion. Just so he can have that entrance.
Apollo!
No, just so he can have that entrance at WrestleMania with the tiger and the lion and the fucking rose petal droppers and all that stuff. Gavin, what about you, brother?
To be honest, the only thing that's elevated this match is Big E himself when he cut that passionate promo. But it's like with Apollo's gimmick. Yeah. That's what I mean. It's just gave that star power, like, okay, in your face. Everyone was like turning heads. Okay, where did that come from? We need more passionate Big E promos. And with Apollo, I almost called it his independent name. I do apologize.
Yeah. He should be Uha. He should be right now with this gimmick. Uha would sound perfect.
But, Uha. But why do you think? Okay, if that was, you know why though? The same reason why Eli Drake is not Eli Drake in WWE or NXT, because he know for a fact that hey, he's gonna keep the name once shit the fan. He's keeping the name.
Yeah, but with his gimmick, you said the same thing as I've said in the past. They've timed it well to latch on to coming to America. I was literally going to say it. That's why I was laughing to myself. I was like, you stole the words out of my mouth. But to be honest, I think this could be actually a good match between these two big guys. Big E's been around a while. You got Apollo. Yeah, fair enough. He's been like all friendly. But me personally, I don't like the gimmick. It's too stereotypical. But it's elevated him. It's getting people to finally give him that final push towards a title. He hasn't had the IC title push in a long time. I think it was Sami Zayn that he actually had it last. That he faced. I can't remember. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's just been that long. And to be honest, if they can make this work, so be it. But it's 2021. It's not the 80s. 80s and 90s. This gimmick would have worked superbly. Not this day and age.
I'm reading the comments here. T and Coupon Richard. I see new IC champ. Big E is so mad he will make a fatal mistake. Maybe so. We'll see.
Gavin, do you watch Talking Smack?
I don't. I only see clips when I actually come across it on TikTok or something on those lines.
Okay. Because Paul Heyman, as of recent weeks, he's been planting the seeds with Big E to be to be the next main event for Mania next year. Like he's basically planted the seeds so Big E's been coming on there like, you watch me, I'm gonna hold this belt for a whole year, and then and that's gonna legitimize me to be like, I'm challenging Roman.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea, actually, to be honest. I think with the likes of Big E, I think now is the time that if he hypothetically loses the IC title on Sunday and he loses it against Apollo, he should be so mad to the point where he's like, screw you, Kofi, screw you, Xavier. I'm going on my own. Turned his back on the boys that has been holding him back for a while.
So I guess we can all agree here Apollo's going to win the title, right? Across the table here?
No. He's winning but it's because it's going to be a DQ finish because of Big E. I'm thinking long term. I'm thinking what they normally do with the Intercontinental title at Mania is going to be a multi-man match. I'm thinking it's probably going to be Big E, Apollo, King Corbin, Sami Zayn, and maybe Nakamura all in a ladder match.
You think so?
Yeah,
multi-man.
And then if Big E happens to lose that match, it's not because he got pinned, but because Apollo stole it because it's a multi-man match. That's how I see it happening. He's gonna get his moment at Mania.
Fair enough. Okay, fair enough.
Next, I got the singles match, which is not determining a number one contender since they announced it on Raw. Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus in a pointless match.
Okay, listen. There's no denying these two guys can go out there and beat the holy fuck out of each other. They did it 2 weeks ago.
Right.
Where they both hit a fucking steel steps on each other and they both went over whatever.
Yeah.
That was it. Why did, again, I get it. You need a match for TV and all that stuff, and I get that. But why not say that shit for the pay-per-view?
This should have been winner is number one contender.
Think about this. This past Monday on Raw, Sheamus lost to Bobby Lashley. So why should I give a shit?
Done.
So why should I care? Why should I, again, care if Drew McIntyre and Sheamus go at it again? And don't sit there and tell me, oh, because it's going to be a fun match, man. It's going to be a good competitive match. It's fine. There was denying that. But remember this. Sheamus lost to the WWE champion in a non-title match this past Monday on Raw. Going in to his match against Drew McIntyre, who's actually challenging for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania.
I'm not liking that they're just like booking matches over a month in advance, saying
you think
without like people earning them.
You don't believe, and if you don't believe us, ask AJ Styles about that question.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that being said, yes, it's gonna be a fun match.
Fun,
but remember. Drew's going into Mania challenging for the championship, so you got to give him momentum. You got to give him again some steam going into Mania, where he will eventually lose to Bobby Lashley, to the Almighty.
Do you see Drew winning only for Bobby to lay out Drew post match?
Yeah, no, I hope not. Listen, I was saying that and again, we'll talk about this later on as we get close to WrestleMania, but I'll just talk about this real quick because I do want, again, I want to get through these predictions, get through the other news. I got shit to do at 5 o'clock, okay?
All right,
so,
two more.
So, I'll say this real quick. When a couple of weeks ago, I was one of those people that said, oh, you know what? It's going to be Drew and Bobby, where Drew gets his moment that he didn't get last year because of COVID. However, that Monday when Bobby came out with that entry with the thunder and the gold, bro, fuck this. Forget what I said. I take back. I love you, Drew, but nah, bro.
Unless Drew comes out to Broken Dreams, I don't care.
He'll still have his moment. He'll still have his grand WrestleMania entrance, right? The same one he had to take over Brooklyn 3, right, with the bagpipes and the drums and all that shit. But let's move on. Here.
Okay. Last two matches.
Oh, by the way, what about you guys? What do you guys think about that? About Sheamus and Drew? I feel like I asked
Drew.
What about you, Gavin?
Definitely Drew, because I tell you what, this is actually appealing to the UK market more than anything.
So you think BT? So let me ask you a question. Over there in the UK, Gavin.
Yeah.
Is BT Sports hyping up this match way too much?
To be honest, they can do with. To be honest, they've done more than Sky Sports ever did.
No,
Sky Sports gave them the platform.
But what I'm asking, but what I'm asking is though, are they hyping up this match? So when they're talking about FastLane on BT Sports, right? Granted, it's a network, right? Get on the WWE network over there, lucky fucks. Yeah. But is BT Sports hyping up this match more than anything, more than Roman and Bryan?
No.
Okay.
To be honest, I think they're not actually hyping this pay-per-view up at all.
I did read an article today that they announced that Mania Week they're also having an NXT UK event.
Yeah, Prelude. I heard the same day as TakeOver.
They're gonna kill this WrestleMania week is gonna kill me on reviews and predictions.
They gotta do shows on the weekend.
Okay, so last two matches. You said you want to stick with our tribal chief as the last one, so
exactly
the intergender match.
I thought that was your impression of Bray Wyatt then.
Well, you know what? I want to play this button, so I'm gonna play it now. You guys know what it is.
Congratulations.
You've been worked. You've been worked. Randy Orton and Alexa Bliss, or
No
Randy
contest.
Randy Orton versus Satan, the daughter of Satan herself. I don't fucking know. Listen, I don't know. Yeah, it's a no contest. It's a fucking no contest.
It's gonna be weird because I'm predicting 3 no contests this pay-per-view.
You gotta think about this too. And I said this already. You know, this is for them to test out Peacock. At the end of the day, I'm pretty sure if I'm someone that's on Peacock, I'm tuning in for the first time, and I'm seeing this, I'm like, what the? Whoa, what is this, pal? Women on men violence, hell no. Men on women violence.
I honestly think like the events that we're all thinking is going to happen before the bell even rings. So there's not going to be a match.
Probably not. So that being said, I think it should be a fun match. All the fuck you want. Not really. What the fuck am I talking about? I take that shit back. I take that back. We all know it's
transformation layout. You know, like
we know what's happening. Okay, we know what's happening. Okay, the Fiend is finally going to show up in some way somehow. This kind of probably be a little cinematic. I want to believe it's going to be a little cinematic. It has to be a little cinematic here. Okay. But I do think we're going to see the return of the Fiend. And it's going to lead into the Firefly Funhouse match at WrestleMania.
It's going to be weird because it's going to be a live audience.
No, but then
so
they probably
cut to it.
No, they'll probably do cinematic. They're probably going to like be in the ring. They did in TNA years ago with the Hardy Boys and Decay. They started off in the ring live, and then they went backstage, and the cinematic shit happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
That being said, when that happens, I do want them to, because again, if you remember the one with Cena, right? They went back in time and shit. I want them to go back in time to the I want them to go back to that time, yo. I want them to go back in time where there was
when he was doing the O.
No, him and Kelly, yo. I used you. You're worthless. I want them to do that. But anyway, let's
okay.
That's too far.
So this final match actually has 2 parts to it. So before we actually talk about it, we have to talk about tonight. So the main event for tonight, Edge makes his return to SmackDown in the ring, and he takes on Jey Uso. Winner becomes special enforcer for the main event at FastLane. Who do you got?
Listen, the writing's on the wall right now. And listen, I said this, I think, on last week's show. The reality is this. People already have this belief that Bryan's going to be added to the match at WrestleMania. I hope not. I really, really do. Listen, I love Daniel Bryan as much as the next person. Okay? Me and Chase used to call him a farm animal many, many years ago. Now it is one of those things where, listen, he had his moment. It's over with. It's done. I get it. For a lot of you, Daniel Bryan is bringing life into this program. Whatever that means.
Yeah.
But that hill is that hill is coming. That is come and gone already. The rose off the bloom.
I guarantee you, if Daniel Bryan gets added to this match, he's added to take the L to keep both guys strong, which is weird as hell.
He basically is. Now, this is what I see happening. I see Edge winning tonight, obviously, because why the fuck not? Right. And then what you're going to see is basically, you're going to see at FastLane, Edge cost Bryan the match by accident. This is some SummerSlam 97 where Bret Hart was punking out Shawn Michaels, and then Michael went hit the chair and said he had Taker. But here, he's going to try to spear Roman, but instead he spears Bryan and has no choice but to do the pinfall. So then, weeks later, leading up to WrestleMania, we're going to have Bryan add to the match, which, again, I am not a fan of. I am not a fan of triple threat matches main eventing WrestleMania. To be fair, I wasn't big on Batista, Orton, and Bryan. Granted, the moment needed to happen for whatever happened, it was. Mm-hmm. That being said, like we mentioned earlier, Bryan is he's going to be added to the match at Mania. He's eating the fall. He's eating the pin.
Yeah. And if the only way I see that happening, and it's like I don't want to see it happen for this reason, but if he's eating the fall, that means Edge is winning at Mania.
No. To me,
because if Edge is supposed to lose, then Roman needs to pin that motherfucker.
Nah, to me, it's not happening, bro. To me, again, whoever's beating Roman, it had to be someone new. Someone that you're going to establish as a big deal in the long run.
Not Brock Lesnar coming back.
No, but what I'm telling you is Roman would lose the belt without getting pinned.
Maybe so, but remember that, though. If whoever's beating Roman for that championship, you're going to want to pin him. And if you are, it has to be someone new. Someone that I'm going to make a big deal out of for the long run, if you will. But we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
Also, when they mentioned this, people talk about, will Brock Lesnar show up? I don't think he is. I think that
if he's coming back, he ain't coming back till SummerSlam.
I mean, listen, could he add fuel to the Lashley and Drew match? Yeah, obviously, if you will. But that is what it is. I think we can all agree though. Roman's winning, right? We can all agree.
Yep.
Do the fuckery.
Yes, my tribal chief, your tribal chief.
Not my tribal chief.
The tribal chief of the world, man. I'm telling you, man. God damn it, Dave.
Well, can you actually remember when people were complaining that Roman's being thrown down our throats, left, right?
Yeah, and now everyone now all of a sudden, everyone now are on their knees praying to the tribal chief.
Okay, what I like now is that I like that I cannot like Roman for the right reasons.
Thank you.
Does that make sense?
You're learning, bro. You're learning. But listen, man, it is what it is. Anyway, let's get into other topics as well. That is fast. And by the way, yes, I will be live once the show goes off the air. Mm-hmm. Just a heads up, guys. No, there will not be a giveaway contest this time. I'm not doing it. The next one's for WrestleMania. Because of WrestleMania, I'm still going to work things out. I do have a big prize, if you will. Big prize. The culture. It's a big one, I tell you. It's a big one. It's a big one, I tell you. Nice one, if you will.
That's what she said.
That's what she said, I tell you. That's Sleepy Joe Biden, I tell you. Anyway, let's move on here. Let's move on. WrestleMania is officially underway. Tickets went on sale. To all you people out there that are going out of your way to buy tickets for Dorkmania. Yeah, I call WrestleMania Dorkmania, by the way. Good luck to all of you. Apparently, this time is going to be pods. So, WWE has been watching AEW. Let's keep that in mind. They're placing people in pods.
Oh, so they each get a coal mine.
So, they're basically taking the AEW format.
They each get a coal mine.
I would assume so. But you kind of get the idea. Like they're taking the AEW formula for WrestleMania. They're placing people in groups into a pod.
I just gotta say, I would not like to pay all that money to fly to America to sit in a pod. I'd rather sit at home in my room.
And I get that. But you gotta understand this too, bro. There's a lot of people, especially here in the States, that have been cooked up at home for a whole fucking year. And this is their only time. Fuck, I get to travel out finally. And granted, it's Florida, where, by the way, Gavin, here in the States, bro, Florida's become its own country. People just don't give a shit in Florida. They don't give a fuck. Fuck mask wearing. Fuck social distancing. I got family in Florida.
So pretty much it's like the purge.
My cousin is going out. My cousin's going to the clubs every single weekend and shit. It is what it is. But again, to those people out there, good luck. Stay safe. Wear your mask. Apparently, and I said this before, and I'll say it again. I know there's independent shows working WrestleMania weekend, and this is gonna be and I said it a few weeks ago, and I'm gonna say it again. This is gonna be maybe very unpopular. To me, this year, independent shows should not be running WrestleMania weekend. To me,
speaking of which,
GCW.
Oh no, Impact.
Which we'll get into.
Night one.
We talking about night one of what?
They're airing Hardcore Justice on night one of Mania.
Yeah, but you got to remember though, that's a pre-tape pay-per-view. It's not live.
It doesn't matter.
I agree with you. I agree. To me, it's like, granted, we don't know what time it's going to be airing. We don't even know. For all we know, it might be airing early. For all we know, they're probably airing.
Probably going to go head to head with the pre-show of Mania.
It probably is. There might be that time, what have you. But what I'm saying is, to me, if you're an independent wrestling company right now, you should not be running a show in Florida during WrestleMania weekend. To me, listen, for a long time, people wanted to see WWE finally live again with an audience. This is an opportunity to do so. And again, listen, all these indie shows that I'm seeing, there'll be matches, there'll be restriction, there'll be rules to follow. But again, it's fucking Florida. Remember that. It's fucking Florida. Do you really think, again, you're going to tell people to keep your mask on, socially distance? And listen, I've seen a lot of indie shows that have ran during the pandemic. And half the time, they don't fucking follow their own rules. I've seen Enzo and Cass show up at some indie show in Atlanta. Granted, it's Atlanta. It's a red pill. It's a Republican state. And there's no people wearing masks. There's no social distancing, what have you. To me, again, I would say that let WWE run their own show this weekend, that weekend coming up. Granted, it's not like they're doing an Access. They're not doing the Hall of Fame ceremony with people. They're not doing TakeOver with people. They're not selling tickets per se, if you will. They're not doing that.
Are they selling tickets for TakeOver, or is it just Mania?
Just Mania.
Oh,
just Mania.
God.
Just Mania. That's it. Because you got to understand, bro. This is the first show they're doing post-COVID, during the pandemic. Okay? So, as far as I'm concerned right now, bro, what they should do is simple, bro. Listen, run their show, get this out of the way. Let's see let's see how it looks, and then next year, when everything's good back to normal, fuck it. Everyone's back and shit. Put it this way, even WrestleCon are doing a show this year. The whole convention that they do every single fucking year WrestleMania weekend. They didn't get to do it last.
How can they fit all that in 1 week?
Well, they're doing a limited people. They're only limited to 300 people apparently in the building, and that's not including the wrestlers that you get to meet. I've got
to admit, this WrestleMania is so disorganized.
But you got to understand, bro. Again, this is the first Mania during a pandemic with people in it. You know what I mean?
I just want to say, whatever they're doing, I'll take it over what we got last year.
Yeah, and I agree with 100%. Granted, had they had the Thunderdome last year, it would have been different. Yeah. Let's be honest here. Had they known what they know now last year with technology, what they could do, it would have felt different.
Mm-hmm.
If you will.
Yeah. I didn't mind last year's Mania, to be honest.
And yes, tickets are high right now. Tickets are high right for WrestleMania, bro. We're looking at least, so if you're doing the 2-day combo, you're looking at $800 just for you by yourself.
How much was the traffic? How much was that travel package you actually paid for?
Here's the thing. Well, back in the day, it was different because there wasn't a pandemic.
Oh, so, yeah, I can understand that.
So they're not even doing a package this year. They're listen, we're just selling tickets. You find a way to get here. They're not doing hotel accommodation, none of that shit this year.
Big risk.
It's a big risk. Yeah, listen, you come at your own risk. You know what I'm saying? But just know for a fact, they're going to have a lot of rules, bro. They're going to have a lot of rules. They're going to have all these shit. Again, imagine going to GCW because you really want to go see the Acid Cup, and then you get sick because of it. You can't go to fucking Mania. That would suck. That would fucking suck. And I love GCW for what it's worth.
I've not actually watched any of their shows.
To be fair, Ring of Honor are not even doing a Supercard of Honor WrestleMania weekend. To my knowledge. I know they have a pay-per-view. I know there's a pay-per-view for Ring of Honor coming up next week. I know that. It's their 19th anniversary show. Who's to say they announced a WrestleMania show? Who the fuck knows? I don't know, but we'll see. Also, speaking of which, this Sunday as well, NWA has a pay-per-view as well. Back to Attack. Will be happening
with Aaron Stevens versus Nick Aldis,
which should be a fun match, honestly. Listen, I don't have the full card in front of me. Good on them. They're gonna be on Fight TV. But good on them. Granted, a lot of their roster's gone. A lot of them have been picked apart by AEW or NXT, what have you. But good on them for coming back. Good on them for running a show again.
Wasn't this Monday the debut of Elevation?
It was. I didn't see it, but I heard about it. Oh boy! Listen,
I didn't watch it either. I just know that like Matt Sydal, he gets like what they're calling an eliminator match.
Oh, did you see the promo? Did you see the promo?
Which? Oh yeah, the
with Tony dude. I don't know what it was. Listen, I love Tony Khan. Let's get one thing clear. I love Tony. I love Twisted Tony. Okay, Tony Chestnut, that's my guy. Boy Dixie, that's my guy. Okay, Jacksonville Dixie, that's my boy. That being said, I don't know if he prior to this promo did he take a sniff of the Herb Abrams nose candy. I want to believe that he did, because the way he came out, oh Dynamite, oh Dynamite, oh Dynamite, oh Dynamite, you get a shot, you win, you get a shot, the title, oh, bro, come on.
Okay. Can I just walk down? That's how it felt.
I'm just like, I said this on Facebook. You guys might agree with me, you might not. How bad that was, it made me miss Mike Adamle.
Damn.
That's how bad that was. And it's like, I like Tony Khan, but it's proof. And like when you first were talking about it on Twitter, this is me agreeing with you. That right there was proof that wrestling needs actors for authority figures, if not already in wrestling personalities. And I tweeted out after I saw that, hey, AEW, you got the money. Why don't you hire the actor who played Dario Cueto? I'm just saying.
Because I think he just, he's not getting back into wrestling. He was an actual actor.
Right, I know.
I get they're not doing that though. I think he lives in Spain.
I'm just saying.
And again, I think also he lives in Spain. I think it is. I could be wrong on that. I could be wrong, but I do think he lives in Spain. So there's that too. What was I gonna say here as well? So let's get into AEW real quick, because I really want to get into this real quick.
Yes.
I did watch the show. I actually watched both shows, by the way. I don't know how people do it, but I did. Because fuck it, I wanted to see what they were going to do. I'll say this. If it wasn't for the main event, this show would have just been another generic show.
Yeah.
The main event did it for me. And listen, people will know that me and Dave and Chase and Big Mike, to name a few, also our good brothers over at Wrestling Soup, Dick Van Klondike, we've been... What happened?
Don Tony too?
Don Tony, he's more pro AEW. If you
okay.
Well, we've been very vocal. We've been very strong, opinionated. Is that even a word? Opinionated? Is that even a fucking word?
You just invented it.
I just invented it. Okay, fuck it.
I don't talk Americanish.
Well, it's very Americanish, yeah. Fucking Americanish, yeah. We've been very, very strong, opinionated, or whatever, regarding all elite wrestling. Okay,
with its
women's division more than anything, right? And listen, we said it before. The women's division is the bleeding shits. Let's be honest here. Let's be honest. Let's be honest here. Listen. I don't want to hear no one tell me that they have been a fan of Riho for so long. Shut the fuck up. You don't watch Joshi Pro. Listen, you have to be a miserable fuck. I'm sorry. You have to be really a miserable fuck with your life. Listen, I get it. As wrestling fans, we watch wrestling, we search it, but you must be really bored out of your fucking mind if you're searching up Joshi Pro. And brag like you're this.
You got to be paid to watch wrestling to be an American watching Joshi Pro. I'm just saying,
it's not happening.
Like that's got to be your entire life watching nothing but wrestling.
And I understand that Twinkle Toes McFingerbang. I'm sorry,
Olivier. Who the fuck is that?
Kenny Olivier. Well, Gavin, I don't know if you knew this or not, but I'm part Kentuckian. Did you not know that?
What did you do? That spit DNA test?
No. So I am
5% Cornet.
I'm 5% Cornet, bro. I am like the long. I did my ancestry, bro, and I found out that the great James E. Cornet is my uncle, dude.
Oh, by the way, he buried the shit out of Europe.
He's my uncle, dude. James E. Cornet is my uncle. By the way, I don't know if you guys knew that or not. He's also Dave's uncle too.
Oh yeah.
He's also your uncle.
Father that we don't want to talk about.
15%. I'm about 15%.
Yeah, even Gavin, even through this podcast, even Gavin is related to Jim Cornette. You know what I'm saying? Again, bro. Where was I here? Where was I?
The women's wrestling. If it wasn't for the main event.
Yes, I understand that Kenny Olivier, Twinkle Toed McFingerbang, Harpo the Clown. I love his nickname that he gives Kenny Omega. Is booking the women's division. And he had this hard on for Joshi Pro.
Yeah.
I know he does. Okay? And I'm watching and I'm watching what happened on Wednesday with Jade Cargill. And I said this when she debuted. Why is she not the champion? Give her the fuck.
We know why.
In the middle of a
Now we know why.
Now we know why. But here's the thing. She's new. She was new. She just started. Yeah. But I do feel like, again, she's someone down the road that's going to be a big-time player for AEW.
Yeah.
For that women's division.
Britt Baker when she started.
She's Jade Cargill is AEW, like...
She's their pet project. She's their pet project. She's their
That's their top three. That's going to be their top three women to really carry the company. I know Sheeta's the champ right now, but who cares?
But then I watched the main event. And listen, in case you guys don't know, this past episode of Dynamite was pre-taped a week ago. It was in the can for a week.
Wow.
Yeah, it was in the can for...
I didn't even know that.
It was in the can for a week prior. So that last Wednesday, after that, people were talking about how good this match was. Oh my God, this was fucking amazing. This was awesome, this and that. It wasn't even Wednesday. It was fucking Thursday.
Hey, before we finish talking about, I just want to ask real quick, just about the opening of the show. Are you pro or anti the new MJF group?
I like the name. I hate the shirt.
Oh, because it's just a mountain.
Just a mountain, bro. Just a fucking mountain. The pinnacle. Like, come on, bro.
No, I'm just saying. Do you like the team lineup?
I like the name. I like the potential it has.
Okay.
If I'm Sean Spears, bro, grow some hair, bro. Grow some facial hair.
That's your next TNT champion,
bro. If I'm Sean's, bro, can someone please tell Sean Spears to dye his hair black again, and grow some fucking facial hair. Come on, I know he's married to Peyton Royce. Start eating some pussy, bro. Start eating some fucking pussy. Come on, bro. Be all up in that ocean. SeaWorld, motherfucker. SeaWorld, okay?
You still have not lowered your standards.
I'm me, bro. Come on, man. You should know me by now, Gavin.
I know.
SeaWorld, motherfucker. You know what's funny, yo? I was watching also season 3 of Paradise PD.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys watching it or not. It's hilarious, dude.
It's not out here in the United Kingdom.
Oh, dude, it's an animated series.
Oh, wait a minute. It's that one. Yeah, the one on Netflix.
Yes, on Netflix. Yeah, with the cop, the cartoon, the guy that married a dolphin. Yeah. Fucking hilarious. They did not give a shit. They did not give a fuck. But this season, they didn't give a fuck. They went everywhere. But anyway,
back to some more highlights real quick before the main event. Don Callis' shirt.
Oh, listen. They're all going to take jabs at WWE.
And then Don Callis' promo on Impact the night before, bearing the fuck out of Rich Swann.
Because again, they have to. Rich who?
Exactly.
Rich who?
He's dropping that belt.
He's dropping. Listen, we all know he's dropping that belt. Twinkle Toes McFingerbang. Okay. We all know he is.
Rich Swann won, so Kenny Olivier can lose to Moose.
Yes,
that's my prediction.
Yep, basically, he's gonna be the hero. Watch, Moose is gonna win the title back at fucking Bound for Glory. right?
I'm down
And
with
they're gonna have the
Or
whole
no, Slammiversary.
no. I say no.
Slammiversary in the summer.
You want to give him a short run. You want to give him a long run. He's the god for wrestling after all, right?
Oh yeah.
Bound for Glory is the WrestleMania, by the way.
Right.
He saves the company, right? They celebrate. The fans are back in the building, I hope, for this when it happens, right? And they're throwing the confetti. They're throwing up as big as up in the air and shit, but we'll see. Anyway. The whole T-shirt thing, I think it was, they always do that. They take these subliminal jokes of WWE, but the diehard AEW blowhards, they want to, they want to put the blind eye because, again, it's cool. Yeah. Here's the thing about it, okay? And I'm going to say this right now. Listen, AEW, not everyone on your roster deserves a fucking T-shirt.
How many have they got out now? I've lost track.
You know it's bad when Marco's stunned and fucking Luther have a T-shirt on Shop AEW.
Luther has a T-shirt?
Yes, he has a T-shirt on AEW Shop.
Oh, God. That's sad. I mean, like, good for Luther to get your money, but, bro, like, who are you? You know?
Exactly.
In 2021, who are you?
Exactly. So, where was I here? So
now we're finally back to the women's main event.
Listen, I loved it. I did. I loved it. No cap here. And again, I was going into this. I was ready to shit on it. I was ready to oh my God, let's see what all these fucking idiots have been bragging about. I was ready to get my girl on cinema on. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's God. I like.
I love that. Like her. I love that girl, yo. I'm sorry. Listen.
She keeps 100 acting like someone who just got into wrestling.
Yeah, give me a sec, guy. Just talk away for a little bit, all right? All
right, man. I know, like, you're gonna continue talking about it, Steve, and Kevin. I know you saw it too. Do you guys the main event? The main event. But it was, in my opinion, it was amazing. And I just wait, Steve. Can you at least hear me? Okay, whatever. I just think personally, like, I know, like, a lot of people would say more so because of the images, but I just want to say personally what this match did. Even though the winner was Thunder Rosa,
I'm back.
This match did what it's the moment. Like, that picture that's going around all over social media of Britt Baker. Yeah. That picture will help us remember the moment that legitimized her. And it's up to AEW to capitalize this and push her to the moon now.
This is my thing. This is my thing. I don't know about how you guys feel about this. Okay. I was looking forward to shit on this match. I really, really was. We gotta wrap this up too, by the way, in a little bit. Because my grandma's hungry. And I gotta feed my grandmother. So here's the thing.
Okay.
I thought this match was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Yeah. I would have done without the blood, but it made for a good visual.
Yeah.
It really, really did. My only concern is they're going to try to outdo this because it's AEW.
With the men.
They're going to try to outdo because for whatever they have to. And they shouldn't have to. They really should not have to do that. I feel like, again, it was a good match. I enjoyed it for what it was. Yes, it was probably the best match that AEW has produced on television in God knows how long, right? Mm-hmm. It's sad when you look at this at the same time and you realize who is their women's champion. And again, nothing against Hikaru Shida. Yeah. Nothing against her. But she's now basically the forgotten champion.
Yeah.
It's like you watch it and you're like, wait a minute, how come this is not for a championship? And you know it's bad when they have your women's champion watch on a monitor.
Yeah.
You know it's bad.
It's crazy that, like, even though she lost, Britt Baker came out this more of a winner than Thunder Rosa.
Because she's the homegrown talent.
Rosa put her over.
Yeah. Because she's the homegrown talent, dude.
No, it's not even just that. This like I said before you came back in. I like the pictures that are going around of Britt Baker. In my opinion, it's a similar thing. I mean, not similar because it's a bloody mess. But it's similar to Brett and Austin. It's similar to the night Becky Lynch broke her nose.
But here's the thing, though.
Whereas these are the moments that solidify that you're legit. Like I think also in the crowd's eye.
I think also, I don't know about you, but I feel like Britt overdid her blade job. She overdid it. But it made for.
I thought she got busted open hard way.
Here's the thing.
I thought she got busted open hard way.
No, I believe she got to blade herself. I want to believe it, but I think she overdid it. There's ways of doing it.
It was overdid. But
it made for a good visual.
It definitely did, and that's why I say what I say with praise, where it's like,
yes,
they got me thinking, yo, like, and
but
it's up to AEW now if they're gonna push her or not.
And
it's
again,
like,
to me, it was a mistake that you had her lose the women's tournament, because again, Kenny Omega has his fantasy for Joshi Pro, and I said this before, and I'll say it again. You have to be that bored with your fucking life to sit there and search Joshi Pro Wrestling and act like you're this fucking expert Joshi Pro. I don't want to hear it. Yeah. You can't tell me otherwise. You can't. I know a lot of you AEW don't want to pretend like they know about Hikaru Shida's career. They want to know about they want to pretend like they follow Rio's career after all these. No, shut the fuck up.
And us saying, and by the way, for all you triggered emotional people or whatever, us saying this doesn't make us racist. All right, I just want to clear that out right now. It's just like the amount of time that we put into wrestling.
To quote my homegirl said, all you shrimp dicks out there, all you shrimp dicks, calm the fuck down. Just calm the fuck down, okay? Calm the fuck down.
You know they should be pushing next?
Who?
You know they should...
Don't
Shana.
say Bix.
Shana.
Yeah, but she hasn't really done much though. Here's the thing, and I get what you mean because, and I get it because because she's been in Europe, she's toured up in Europe, but in the eyes of the American audience, it's like, what is she? You get what I'm saying? That's also the kind of the big misconception here. Also, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know Shana, she's talented. I know she can go. I've seen her before wrestle on the independent scene, but in the eyes of the American audience, it's like, okay, put it this way. Put it this way. A lot of people feel the same way about Danny Jordan. The girl that fucking got ragdolled by Jade Cargill on fucking...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She got destroyed, bro. Like, oh, you want to run into me? Knee to the face. Like, boom, right off the bat, man. That was clean.
So there's that.
Also, walking out of the main event, real quick, I just want to say that, like, because I know you said that you believe AEW is going to try to top it. I don't want to see a hardcore match for a while.
I don't.
And if they have to top it, I'm for what they tried to promote before the pandemic. Pinnacle versus Inner Circle Blood and Guts.
They're going to have to probably do that real soon. That being said, though, real quick, also Cody versus Pentagon El Cerro M. Cody wins. LOL. There's that. Ray Phoenix beat Matt Jackson, I think it was, also on the show.
Sting promo.
I mean, listen, bro.
I'm tired of it.
I love Sting, but bro, stop using this guy every single fucking
week. Tired of it. Every week. Every week, Darby Allin issues a challenge to the Inner Circle.
You mean Trevor?
Yeah, Trevor issues a challenge to any member of the Inner Circle to honor Brody Lee. Okay.
That's awesome. That's good. Cool. It could be John Silver though. John Silver is challenging Trevor.
Why not? Yeah, why not? You know, like I've said it before. The only thing I don't like about Inner Circle, not Inner Circle, Dark Order, too many members for them to be babyface. That's it. They're like what happened at Revolution for Hangman to win. It took like 7 of them to scare off 2 heels and to help him win against Matt Hardy. You know, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Let's move on. Also, Christian Cage did a promo talking about he wants to get a couple wins before he faces Kenny Omega, which he knows is gonna happen.
He's the ultimate workhorse. The ultimate workhorse, yeah. He's the workhorse.
The workhorse, yeah. So that was basically AEW. That was Dynamite as a whole, and they beat NXT in the ratings again. But again, there's no fucking war. I hate to be the one to say it. There's worse.
It's gonna end after WrestleMania anyway with that war anyway.
No, but there was never a war though. There was never.
I know, but like all marks and all that.
Go on. Yeah, Dave, what happened?
Okay, when you left and you came, and you returned. You know, why didn't you play "I'm Back" and "Better Than Ever"? I'm here
because
and
you
making things better.
Well, yeah, I was getting to that right now. Eric Bischoff is the latest inductee into the WWE Hall of Fame. Listen, I'm gonna wrap this up about 5 o'clock, so we got like 15 minutes left, and we'll wrap this up. Okay, rapid fire. I think it's cool. I think it's awesome that he's inducted into the Hall of Fame. I think it's one of those things where he deserves it. Say what you want about him. Oh, 83 weeks and all that stuff. Yeah, he was on Dynamite 2 weeks ago. But when you think about it, right, the reason he deserves it more than anything, besides just WCW and his time in the AWA, we think about it, at a time where Vince was on top of the mountain in wrestling, right? No one could touch him.
Yeah.
Here's Eric Bischoff. Yeah, with Ted Turner's money, you can make that argument all the fuck you want. Who stepped up to the occasion, challenged Vince, and for 83 weeks had Vince shook, had WWE shook to its core.
Yeah.
There was some symbolism about yesterday when it was announced. Like going back in history, there was something about March 18th that happened in WCW history. Like on March 18th, what was it?
I guess they went under. They finally shut his doors, or it was the final Nitro, I think it was.
Okay.
So there's that too.
Okay, so that's
a controversial name though, but it's a good name.
Yeah. So there's that also. But again, I'm happy for Bischoff. I think he deserves it.
Who do you think should induct him?
Well, here's the thing. This year, to my understanding, is going to be all virtual.
No, I know they'll do that, but I'm just saying, like, they normally have someone do an induction speech first.
Or maybe, can you imagine if they have everyone in the Thunderdome? Like, you have the wrestlers there, but they're going to probably do a ceremony, right? But but just for them, that's it. There's no fans in the building.
They'll do it like they did the Slammies last year, because I watched that. It was hosted by R-Truth, and they just did it in a studio.
No, I think what they're going to probably do is have them, the talent, in the Thunderdome sitting around, but you're going to have screens in the Thunderdome, just screens and shit.
Oh, okay.
For the fans.
Yeah, is that a 2-night? Is the Hall of Fame a 1-night or 2-night event?
It's a 1-night event. It's a 1-night event.
Okay, because they have to honor 2 years.
Yes, they're doing 2 classes. So there's that. He's joining Molly Holly for the 2021 Hall of Fame class. I think who inducts him this year, though, I would do...
Hogan?
No, I'll do Vince.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Controversial even more. Paul Heyman to do it.
Nah, they won't do that.
By the way, speaking of Hall of Fame, they cannot mess this up. That Warrior Award better go to Shad Gaspard. No questions.
We'll see. Anyway, let's move on real quick. Also, in the news this week, they just announced recently that Hulk Hogan and Tye Dillinger are going to be hosting WrestleMania this year, which is hilarious to me of all things. But I love it though. I love it. I think again, it's a situation right now. You need people to get excited again. Hogan's from Tampa. So is Titus O'Neil.
Titus, yeah.
It's worldwide.
Put down costs.
So there's that. I'm all for it. I'm all for the situation. So why the fuck not?
Announced on Monday, AJ and Almost.
Yeah.
They get a title shot against New Day at Mania.
It's sad because I feel bad because again, you think about AJ Styles WrestleMania, right? He goes but think about it though. Think about it. He goes from going up against Jericho WrestleMania 32, 37 against Shane, 38 he's wrestling Nakamura, right? About 36 about 34 against Nakamura as WWE champion. 35 he's in it with AJ, which is fine. It is what it is.
AJ against who?
And then last year
AJ versus AJ.
Yeah.
Right.
Give me a sec, guy. But talk away. God, give me a sec, all right? Give me a sec, all right?
Okay, Gavin, are you okay with that match or no? Like, do you look at it as a step down or not?
The thing is with the legacy that AJ Styles actually has been portrayed through out of brands, through the independents, through everything. He's proven himself what he can actually do. But then you throw him in a tag team match. If you're going to put him with a tag team match, at least put him someone to his skill level.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be almost his debut at Mania. Yeah. Like, that's a lot of faith right there.
Yeah. Anyway, So let's move this. I'm sorry, bro. We got to wrap this up in just a sec here.
No
so
problem.
Also in the news as well, Andrade. Apparently he announced that he announced.
Denied.
No. Besides that, I talked about that last week. But he actually this week he announced that the rumors are true. He's asking for his release from WWE, and they didn't grant it yet, or some shit like that.
Right.
It's crazy because if you go on his story on Instagram, he posted, I guess, some fan putting the hashtag Free Andrade. This is what he posted on Twitter, by the way. The rumors are true, and I don't know what the future holds, but I want to make my dreams come true. Thank you for giving me so much support the last few days. Then he wrote in Spanish as well, the translation in Spanish, so there's that too. It's sad. I mean, listen, bro. He doesn't give a fuck at this point. They're not going to use him. They're not. It's sad. Good talent, but I heard about this last week. When you have so many people on the brand, you get lost in the shuffle.
Of course.
It happens. It's
like
sad.
Aleister Black, what they're doing with him.
Same thing with him. But again, and I said this last week, you know who I blame, though? I blame his wife. I blame Zelina Vega.
Yeah.
I blame her obsession with OnlyFans to fuck over 2 careers, bro. This is why my advice to all you guys, make sure you dorks find the right woman in your lives.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna
Charlotte Flair.
I'm not saying she's a bad chick. It's just she if you work for WWE, it's just like my thing is just simply like know who you're fucking with. That's all. That's all.
Exactly. Yeah.
And know the ripple effect of your actions, because it's like if you're in a stable, if you're in a tag team, they're gonna treat you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was that, Dave?
That. I'm saying like if Jimmy Uso does something stupid, Jay has to hear it, even though he's off TV injured. I'm like, that's just the way it is. Like if Austin Theory does something stupid right now, Johnny Gargano's gonna pay for it.
Yeah. So real quick, speaking of NXT, we'll do the rapid fire NXT. So Jordan Devlin and Santos Escobar is happening at TakeOver. Stand and deliver. He showed up, confronted Escobar. Awesome. About time. They're gonna get it on.
That's a 2-nighter also.
That's probably it's also a 2-nighter as well. Aleister Black and Aleister Black. I'm sorry. Finn Balor and Karrion Kross is happening too for the championship. They actually had a tag team match and they lost, so that happened. Also, Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly are going to go at it likely next week. They'll announce it. Likely that's going to be the unsanctioned match for TakeOver.
That's going to probably main event night 1.
It probably is. Likely you will be. And there's that. I mean, also, Karrion Grimes is funny as shit. Kiss my grits. Kiss my grits. Yes, kiss my grits. What else happened here?
Were the way on
the way? Yeah, you had Dexter Lumis versus Austin Theory. Lumis got the win with the triangle choke. So there's that. I mean, Walter showed up too. He confronted Gargano. He confronted.
Ciampa. Didn't they do Swerve versus what's his name?
No, they didn't do it this week. They didn't do it this week.
Oh, okay.
Also on the show, like I mentioned, you had Walter show up, the NXT UK champion. He chopped the fuck out of Tommaso Ciampa. I don't know what they're doing here. I guess the idea they want to recruit him as factor to Imperium, but it's not happening. I don't think it's gonna happen. So there's that also. And other than that, LA Knight had his debut against Lee, the guy from 205 Live.
Which
Lionel Green, I think his name is, or some shit like that.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, better not be my boy.
And also, before the match even happened, during the match, Bronson Reed came out and put on LA Knight's jacket and ripped it to shreds. So there's that also.
Oh, no.
So likely at TakeOver, they're gonna have a match. That's fine. It is what it is. And that's basically your NXT run, if you will.
Do you want to see LA Knight pull out the dummy button? Like, do you think he'll be able to bring that to NXT?
They won't do that. It's very, very... Again, today's fan base is very sensitive. Again, I blame cancel culture, bro. I blame it. I blame all these SJWs. I blame the radical left. I blame all these dorky wrestling fans that get so sensitive to shit, if you will. So there's that. I sound like a fucking Republican. Holy shit, I'm not a fucking Republican.
Yeah. That's not a Republican thing. That's just people are soft. That's it.
Yeah, that's what it is, yeah. Anyway, listen, guys, we're going to wrap things up here now. I got shit to do. My grandma's hungry. I got to feed her.
I got
stuff to do tonight, too. So we're going to wrap things up here, guys. I want to thank all of you for tuning in. I want to thank Gavin for being here today. It's been a while. Man. Gavin, let them know, but where can they check out your podcast and you on social media, bro? Let them know, man. The floor is yours, brother.
All I can say is just look up on Podbean my username, Gavin Arts. It should pop up, as well as obviously because I talk about extra bits I don't talk on my YouTube channel, because my YouTube channel's left for reviews. So I review AEW as well as WWE pay-per-views, obviously with a little bit of live reactions to certain things. But you're more than welcome to check me out at Gavin Arts on YouTube, as well as Twitter, Instagram, and as well as TikTok.
There you go. Dave Sack, let them know where can they check out.
You can find me on Twitter at Dave Sack and then the number 5. And then, of course, you could always, whenever I'm going to try to release a new episode on Anchor, that would be, what was it? Take 5. That's Take and then the number 5 and then IVE.
Yeah. And with me, guys, you know where to check me out. YouTube.com/HeelSteven. If you're on the channel now, hit the subscribe button. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at HeelSteven. This will also be available on all the podcasting platforms. Spotify, Apple Podcast, Anchor.fm, which is a sponsor of the podcast, and as well over at Google Podcast. Check us out there. Give us a 5-star rating over at Apple Podcast. It does help out the show in the long run. That being said, guys, I want to thank again Dave Sack. I want to thank Gavin for being here. We got to do this again down the road. And with that being said, again, we're going live this Sunday after the pay-per-view for that, for the review.
Sorry.
It's fine. I might do a solo. Who knows? But with that being said, guys, this has been another installment of Around the Point. Guys, mute your mics. I'm playing the music. And it's over.
All right, man.
Peace out, everybody.